You're listening to the Daily Sales Tips podcast, and I'm your host, Scott Ingram. Today's tip comes from Mike Simmons. Mike is the founder of Catalyst Sale and host of the Catalyst Sale podcast. Here he is.
Let's go ahead and make a distinction between a call plan and an agenda. An agenda is the piece of information that we share with the customer in advance of the meeting or the prospect in advance of the meeting. It's the structure of how we want the call to go. Traditionally, when meeting with a client or a prospect, what I want to do is I want to start with some basic information about what's changed since the last time that we've met. Then I'll follow that up. And that's what's changed on their end. Then I'll follow that up with what's changed on our end, ideally in the context of what they've shared with us, the things that are important for them. And then we'll go ahead and establish some clear next steps, things that we want to execute on in the short term. When thinking about the call plan is an internal tool. This is what we put together so that we can be prepared for that call. We want to identify who's going to be in the room, anticipate what their objectives are, establish what our objectives are, clarify what our objectives are, and list out our desired next steps. Again, the call plan is an internal document, something that we use as an internal team to help make sure the team is prepared for the meeting. The agenda is the thing that we use to set expectations with the client on the things that we'd like to discuss. One of the things I like to do with an agenda is I like to send that to the client in advance and just ask them if there's anything that we've missed. Then when we start the call, I'll state the agenda and give them another opportunity to add any items that they'd like to add to the agenda. So again, the distinction between an agenda is the structure of the call that we share with the client. Call plan is our internal prep document that we use to get prepared for that meeting. Thanks.
If you'd like to go a little deeper into these ideas, Mike shared a couple of images that visually explain the call plan and the agenda. Just click over to DailySales.Tips/540. And if you'll click one more time from there, there's also a link to some even more comprehensive templates and planning tools that Mike has available on his Catalyst Sale website. Once you've checked out all of that, be sure to come back tomorrow for another great sales tip. Thanks for listening.